That's one thing I'll give y'all credit for. It wasn't like a hatcher's thing.
We're glad to see you join us, Jeremy.
How you doing, baby?
We're doing down here. We've kept it all on hold. All right, we ready to call this to order. All right, Robbie, would you lead us in prayer?
Let's pray. Most kind and gracious Father, Lord, we thank you for this day, and God, we thank you for all the many blessings that you bestowed. God, I just pray that you'll be with this body of commissioners as they meet. Lord, those that are not able to attend. Lord, I just pray that you'll be with that one that weighs on our heart and on our mind tonight, Lord, that you know all things. For your Son, Jesus Christ's name, I pray. Amen and amen.
Jeremy, since you made it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Here.
Debbie Davis.
Here.
Daniel Deal. Louis Espinal.
Here.
Mark Evans. Jeremy Kinsey.
here.
John Pippinger.
Here.
Samantha Franklin. Here. And James Woody.
Here.
Approval of reports of offices.
Motion to approve.
We're gonna do minutes first.
Oh, minutes. Sorry, Jeremy's got me all
I
messed
make
up.
a motion, make a motion to approve all unapproved minutes.
Second.
Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Daniel Deal.
Yes.
Louis Espinal.
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Franklin. Yes. And James Woody.
Yes.
Now, approval of reports and offices.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Daniel Deal.
Yes.
Louis Espinal.
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Franklin. Yes. And James Woody.
Yes.
Approval of notaries. We have two, is that correct? Okay. Candace Bates of Benton and Sharon Kazak, something, of Murphy, North Carolina. But, well, that's her employer, not her residence. Her employer is in Copper Hill. Well, that don't say. It doesn't have name of the employer. Should we move that?
Yeah, I would probably, yeah. I'll try calling it before next meeting.
Okay.
Make a motion to, oh, go ahead.
I make a motion we approve Candace Bates.
Second.
Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Daniel Deal.
Yes.
Louis Espinal.
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey. John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Franklin. Yes. And James Woody.
Yes.
Okay. Budget amendments. We have under county general, we've got 23 through 30.
I think they're all stapled together, but 30 gets handed out.
Yeah. This one here. This one over here, I've already got.
Did what?
This one coming from the road side.
What number is that?
One up to 28.
28, that's, clinics under 101.
Yeah.
I believe that's out of the fund. Donations. Yeah, I think that's that, equipment donation for the road crew. In other words, if they get donations for the mowers and the
Yeah.
gas and fuel from different entities. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. It is 34,525.
Yeah, that's good.
So what, got to read it first.
We're not gonna read
Well,
them.
what are we, yeah, you was the one that got me confused again.
I'm good at that.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that 23 is, yeah, where'd it go?
Right here. There you go. One here.
That's what it said. 23. Do they start out at 23?
They start, yeah, it starts out at 23,
We're
goes
doing
through 30
first,
on the
right?
one.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, this is through the, back end, undesignated of 87,000 reimbursement from the show barn grant. $87,083. Flow through grant, donations, 232550, flow through grant, 2324, library books and media, 4650. Number 25, county building maintenance and repair, $18,945.73. County clerk travel, 100. And clerk of courts, evaluations, 300. Reserve funds from the sheriff's department, $13,189. Okay. That's 1 through 28. Did we throw 29 in there with that one? Yeah.
Yeah, 29 is supposed to be.
Okay, 29 is reserve, undesignated fund balance. $85,730.
So that was going from reserve into the fund balance.
Okay. Yeah, reserve, jail, courthouse, and then it's going into the fund balance. Right?
Yeah.
$85,730.
And then you got number 30 here, so.
And then number 30 is corrections and other supplies, $1,390.
I make a motion to approve budget amendments 101-23 through 30, excluding number 26.
Excluding what?
Number 26.
What's wrong with 26?
That's
Which one was it?
that's the same thing. I can't vote for it, I'll just be honest with you. I know the majority has voted for it in the past, but I can't. That's dues and memberships. The same one that was voted on for Randy 2 months ago.
So we vote on it second?
Yep, sure can.
I second the motion on 23 through 30, excluding 26 at the present time.
Oh, they're making motion.
I make a motion.
Sorry.
Anybody second?
Yeah, I made a motion. Second.
All right. Roll call.
No discussion.
Discussion.
Is this number 29 taking money out of the sheriff's budget?
Which one?
29.
29. 87,000, okay. 34,5, that's the one I done. 34,520 is a designated revenue that's collected from court proceedings. It falls in, it's designated restricted. You can bring the money out of designated restricted as long as you're replenishing the fund that you expended from that fits the profile of the designated fund. So it's coming out of 34,510 into 39,000 for the loss that we expended out of 39,000 in the last 2 fiscal years.
Right, I understand that, but I'm asking, is this coming out of the sheriff's budget?
No, it has nothing to do with sheriff's budget. At all. There's no 34,510, no, it's a designated fund out of the courts. It's nothing.
Okay.
It just puts it back into play as usable money. Then once it's in 39,000, it's, it's usable for anything that undesignated fund dollars.
It's reserved, how can you pull it out, because it was for the jail?
We expended out 39,000 for the loss
Right.
in 2 different fiscal years. The auditor said as long as we documented it clearly, and Catrice knows if it passes, she has to do a ledger, journal entry, explaining fully in a copy of the bill for those lots that it was within the parameter of the 34,520. Now, the 520 account, you have to go with another committee to pull that money.
But with this and all we're doing, we're paying ourselves back for the money we spend on the locks.
Yeah.
We're just putting it back in the fund balance, took it out of us. It'll be like we never spent it. And there's money goes back in.
There's 1 or 2 other expenditures I'm fairly sure will be coming, well, you were there at one of the meetings on the flooring down there, and that, it is open to be used for that as well.
For what?
The flooring issue that come up a while back,
The floor?
the flooring in the courthouse, or in the Justice Center. But, yeah. So we're paying ourselves back for what we expended because what we expended was not in our original budget. We expended out of fund.
Okay.
Okay, so we are voting to approve or disapprove of whatever 23 through 30 with 26 out of it for right now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We got motion?
Yep.
Okay. Any more discussion? I always mess up on that. Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Daniel Deal.
Yes.
Dewey Estimov.
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trentham.
Yes.
And James Woody.
Yes. I make a motion that we approve amendment number 26.
Second.
Any discussion?
On this, I mean, this budget year, I mean, if we need to make it more clear next year, we can, but, I mean, we approved Randy's, so we set the precedent. There's no reason not to approve Jackie's and that. I mean, if it's is an issue, we can address it budget time next year, but I think if we approve one for one office, we set the precedent, approve it for the next office that asks. So, might want to look in that budget time if it's a problem, but if not, we can keep doing it this way.
Greg, can I agree with you, everybody should vote the same way they did last time?
Do what?
Can I agree with you that everybody should vote the same way they did last time? On
Yeah.
Randy's?
I guess, like you got to change it hard.
Nope.
Well, it sounds like that's probably one of them situations that we've got that, like we say, come budget time again, I guess we need to get it, everything black and white, but this time there was some things that was in purple and green instead of black and white, so, you know, I'm with Greg, we'll have to, you know, we either, I don't know, either get everything more figured out in fine detail or what's good for one's good for another.
Well, she's using money that's already budgeted there in her budget. It's all it is changing the line item.
Yeah,
Or she didn't use it in something else, so
yeah,
I don't have no problem with that.
right. All righty, any more discussion? Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Daniel Deal. Dewey Estimov.
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey.
Yes.
John Pippinger.
Sorry, Jay.
Samantha Trentham.
Yes.
And James Woody.
Yes.
6 yes, 1 pass, and 1 no.
Okay, the county
We got
equals.
some more budget.
Oh, we got more, yeah.
130, that's the two that take that to the sheriff's
Sheriff's Part
department.
2, which is drug fund.
122 drug fund, I
Number
lost it.
7.
What's the road department? Where's that other one go? This one, well,
Number 7.
it looks like a 1.
Is that 1 or 7?
1,
Okay, number 1 then. I'm correct. Sorry.
number 1 and number 30.
But we done 30.
Okay, you did do 30.
We done 30 on that last one, yeah.
Okay,
So I would like this number 1.
Yeah, and then we got a 131, 189. You could go that, we're good. We're rolling.
Okay, to cover overages and anticipated overages. This is $7,000 from the sheriff's department.
And that's drug fund, correct? 122.
Drug fund 122.
We've got to read that and give you a motion on it.
Well, okay.
What is that salary supplement?
On the drug fund?
Salary supplement, 6,000, travel 1,000, total 7,000.
salary supplement coming out of drug fund.
I'm not sure you can spend drug fund money on salaries.
Yeah.
You can on
You
a
can,
drug
you have to
detective.
bring it back up. Right, you can, what's the
Drug,
thing that? what's the
drug
thing that-
detectives, I think, is the only salary drug fund money can be spent on.
And that's after it's expended from 101 to replenish. What was that, 122?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like anything going.
And
Okay.
Robbie's here, he might know, the drug detectives, they get overtime or just comp time?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's just comp time.
But what you just said, I believe is accurate, Judge, in the way that you expect other ones that can receive funding, no,
Right.
that's to be a narcotics detective.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Salary supplement.
6,000.
Proposed salary supplement, would this be the post money? Salary supplement?
I have no idea.
He just come here tonight for security, you know he's gonna get
Well,
hammered.
how many drug officers, how many have we got now, 2? Or are we paying 3 out of there? Because there is a post-salary supplement that you automatically get for your training each year that comes in and then goes back out.
Wouldn't that say training instead of salaries?
No, post listed is salary supplement.
You want me to step outside and make a...
Yeah, if you got time.
You need a copy of it? You need a copy of it?
So what, 6,000 is that what it is?
7.
7,000?
For salaries.
Well, 6 for salaries,
Yeah.
1,000
For travel.
Travel.
I'll call Sheriff.
Another one week.
Yeah, let's do 130. That's probably one.
That don't say 30 now.
It should say 131 upper left corner.
It's
And
all
then-
over done.
Not the one. It's the wrong one.
Wrong one.
No, she's got the wrong one, it's 131.
We got 2 from the,
You got 2 from road department?
no, that ain't it.
I got 2002 is one of them.
Yeah.
So is there 2 of them?
No.
Okay, so 20, that's 131 there. Okay. He's got the right one here.
Okay. I don't know. Here we go. Lord, they all blend in together. Okay. This is fund number 131, amendment number 20-2. Rentals, 5,000, wood products, 2,000. Fund balance, 191,500. And then got communication, 3,000, dues and membership, 2,000, other supplies and material, 2,000, laborers, 30,000, employee insurance, 5,000, contracts with private, what is that? Agencies.
That's pretty good.
40,000, asphalt liquid, 10,000, food supplies, 1,500, mechanic, or what is that, mechanic labors, 15,000, equipment and machine parts, 10,000, state aid, 80,000, with a total of 198,500.
I make a motion to approve fund number 131.
Second motion.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Greg Brooks,
Yes.
Debbie Davis,
Yes.
Daniel Deal,
Yes.
Dewey Estimon,
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey,
Yes.
John Pippinger,
Yes.
Samantha Franklin. Yes. And James Whitty.
Yes.
Next one is 189. This is
Okay.
189, number
Got it.
1.
Undesignated, $1,760. And sheriff's motor vehicles, $1,760.
1,700?
Yeah. 1,760, ever how I need to say it.
Oh, well, I was thinking,
Yeah.
I see.
I guess it's better to say it that way. Yeah.
That's out of 109, that is the capital projects car fund, bank balance statement.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Daniel Deal.
Yes.
Louis Estimov.
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey.
Yes.
John Kipinger.
Yes.
Samantha Trentha. Yes. And James Whitting.
Yes.
Now, be back away from him.
Yep.
I'll just do sort of-
Which one was it?
Oh, here we go. What drug fund? Yep, okay. Do we want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next up, County Equalization Board.
Just let everybody know that there will be appointments accepted to the County Equalization Board, so if anybody knows anybody that would like to serve on one of the county boards, the County Equalization Board can come before the commission body in April to accept. So we will be taking those applications. So stop by the office, pick up a paper form, go online, download that. If anybody within the county taxpayer that would like to serve on some of these boards, just letting it be known, to get the word out there.
Are all the positions coming up at one time?
Every position comes up at one time. There's 5, yes.
I thought they were
I
staggered.
thought those staggered too.
It's a 2-year appointment according to CTAS that this board's supposed to appoint every April. So that's,
I can't remember last time we appointed nobody.
yeah.
It's been years.
So, but if anybody wants to serve, like I said, it is a 5-person board.
So they'll need to go online, come by your office. Now, will they need to pick up a certain application or just
It's the-
fill out a resume and turn it in?
No resume. This is the county application that
Okay.
is on the webpage.
Okay, just make it. Okay.
Yes, and so that's all they will have to fill out, is just that application, and then I will keep those in the office, and then I will bring you all 5 people who I feel are best to serve on that board. You all can vote on those each and individually, and if there's somebody that you decline, then I will try to have a few replacements there, and if we go through that 2 or 3 times, then we'll just have to wait and go again. But I'm hoping that we see a good turnout for this, because that's very important for our county. That's all that I have on the equalization board. It's just to let it be known, just to get the word out. If you don't care, Walter and Glenn to help me get that out, so everybody knows that it's available.
You get a hold of it.
I got a hold of
Okay.
Mabel, so she got a long explanation to it. It all actually goes, that's more related to your expenditures from your K-9 officers. She articulated a long kind of equation there, something versus it comes out of that fund versus it comes out of the general fund, but it's all related back to your K-9 officers and their training and expenses and stuff above that, otherwise it's above that. Matter of fact, this is the sheriff right here, I'll answer him back here. So
Okay.
that's what it is. She got the exact-
How many canines are there, 2?
Correct.
I don't like that. Can that be paid out of the drug fund?
Yeah, drug dog expenses can be paid out of drug fund. As long as
Is
it's
that drug dog expense? Dog makes that much?
No, when you got to take it, bring it, take it to shows, take it by the school, let it bark, all that, the whole thing. Let it loose on.
Well, I mean, I'm for it. I'd rather pay a dog than a human, so I'm good with that. But anyway, I didn't know they made that much.
I thought we froze drug dogs at level 1. Looks like they've had some step increase.
It seems a little high, but
That,
yeah, it'd be 3,000 per officer, 6,000, right? It'd be 3,000 per officer, I guess, for the year.
Is that, and that's the one the dog travels?
Yeah, that's food, got the whole thing.
Was there money in the budget line for that this year, the past budget?
No. He reduced it by how much?
Do what?
He reduced it by how much?
Bruce what?
The budget limit. You said he took it down to 5?
I'm not following you.
Oh, that's all right. Just go back, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, that's good. Come on.
So what'd he say?
That was the sheriff that just called back. That is correct. That's money that's used. And actually, it's required by, it said something about federal laws that it has to either come from that or it has to come from the general fund and it's authorized to come out of that funding for, if it's all K-9 related on their, it's on part of their compensation of K-9 and their salaries.
All kidding aside, they ain't cheap.
No,
I'm serious.
it's either for paid for it that way through the money confiscated through the drugs that you use with the K-9 dogs, and so the dogs are like getting paid for the stuff.
Kind of drug.
Right.
But, okay, so is this, I get that, but I mean, is this money that is gonna be transferred from the drug fund
Yes.
from his drug fund?
Yeah, into the expenditure.
Into the expenditure?
Yes, yes. It won't be coming out of general fund.
Right,
It's out of his
okay.
designated fund.
Right.
Make a motion to approve 122-1.
Second motion.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Greg Brooks.
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Yes.
Daniel Deal.
Yes.
Gary Espinosa.
Yes.
Jeremy Kinsey.
Yes.
John Kipinger.
Yes.
Samantha Franklin. Yes. And James Woody.
Yes.
That's all budget minutes. huh?
Oh, okay.
What was see, that's 189?
That's all the budget.
That's it.
All right, census for Polk County. County executive.
The census board has talked to me, approached me, and so I'm bringing it before this legislative body to let the census board be able to have $500 to advertise, to try to get everybody counted within the county. They're wanting to use banners, signage, but for it not to be labeled as the 2020 census, but for it to be the census for Polk County. I think everybody here is aware that a lot of the things that they look on requires census data. It's very important that everybody gets counted on that. So this will be used this year, hopefully it's stored, taken care of, and then be able to be used again in 10 years. If you run the math on it, it's $50 a year is what we're asking for. So
Who is the census? You said the census.
There's like
Who asked for it?
Pardon?
Who asked for it?
The board that's represented from the census people, Kay Shelton's on there, Adrian Lambert's on that board. It's just a board or a body of volunteers that's come together as we're trying to get the word out for everybody to be counted in Polk County census.
Are they actual board recognized by the state, or is it just a group
It's just
of
a
individuals?
group of individuals volunteered, set aside by me as a counting board
Okay.
that met voluntarily, that's just sat down and asked if they could get something other from the county as far as trying to advertise to help them to get more and more people to be counted. One of the big things we're looking at is put these signs or banners at the dumps. I think everybody knows, everybody goes to the dump.
Oh, yeah.
And the big thing is there is to quit throwing away your federal tax dollars. Get counted. Everybody says we need more pre-Ks.
You got the money?
You gotta get counted.
And you got the money in your lines for it?
I would like for it to come, I don't care to pull it out myself, but I'd like for it to be able to come out from the general fund, just so it would show that back to this board. If not, I don't care to do it myself, but,
You got budget limit with you?
no, I sure don't. Can you make one right quick? You're good at it, John. We're even
I
going,
don't know what the line for expenditure is.
okay, I can come back next month, but we're even gonna look to go ahead, or I can go ahead and pull it one of mine, but we're gonna even look to use the Do Crew, as they're called. I think Tim would try to get a hold of Dewey. I know he's been real busy, but, so it'll be money that is still spent back into the county from some of the kids in the county, if you would, at the high school. So,
All right, so you're gonna do a budget amendment on that.
If I don't get a budget amendment, I'll go ahead and pull that on my lines and go from there. Census is important. Be sure you get the word out. We need everybody to get counted.
We'll table that to next one.
You don't know what the expenditure line would be, do you, Rob?
Not right off.
Okay. We're down to announcements and statements. And this is one thing I want to announce real quick, since we're in the announcement and statements. I think we have kind of never been real since, I guess it's been my fault, real punctual about when we get ready to close the meeting. And we've not really ever give the audience a chance to stand up and say something, announce something if they need to sometimes. I think sometimes we've done it, sometimes we don't, you know. So what I'd like to start doing is, when we get down to announcements and statements, is ask the audience if anybody out here's got anything you need to say, announce, find out. A lot of people don't know how to go about getting something put on the agenda, and they may be in the audience and they need to find out. You know, I realize we can't open up the floor to them when they're not on the agenda. So anyway, I want everybody help me start remembering that to make it clear with everyone. If anybody's got anything they need to say, raise your hand, shout hallelujah, do something, and we'll let you be heard. And then we'll take a motion to adjourn. I'll ask for a motion, and then when we get it, the motion, and we get it second, then we're adjourned. So if that's kind of clear with everyone, and we'll get it in a little bit more orderly form that I've not done. So if that's so anyway, anybody out here got anything you need to ask, say, announce, do?
I would ask myself if the commission body would look at your calendars. I've had somebody to approach me, Alvin Ward. He would like to meet with this commission body as well as Ducktown about the possibility of the hospital. I've met with Alvin twice, and he would like to do a PowerPoint presentation to sit down and do this Tuesday the 10th. The courtrooms are empty. I don't have anything on the calendars. So that would be a day that would work. Or Tuesday the 17th, the 24th, or the 31st. A lot of those other days throughout, there's either one or two meetings going on, so either the big courtroom and or the little courtroom. Alvin got back with me this week, so that's why it's not on the agenda, but he would just like to be able to do this before this commission body and Ducktown before we go any further.
What's that concerning?
The hospital.
Well, I know that, but what about the hospital? Has he got plans for it, or is he wanting to tell us how to run it, or what?
He's got plans for it, and that's part of what he would like to discuss in this meeting with each and every one. His ideas and what he would like to see to be able to come in to the Copper Basin area as far as doctors. He is very well rounded as far as being a CEO of a hospital. He owns and operates the medical park that is across from what was known as Bradley Memorial. So he's not a mechanic that's wanting to come and look to set up shop. He does have a good background in this, and like I said, I've met with him twice.
Is he wanting to buy or do some kind of lease agreement like we've had before?
He's wanting to do more of a leasing agreement with the possibility of purchase to come.
The 24th date's during spring break as well, so kind of keep that in mind.
How about Tuesday the 10th?
March.
Yes.
Second March.
I mean, as long as that works, I just kind of get the word out for everybody, and then
It's good with me, but
I'm fine with it.
everybody good on that end down there?
7 o'clock work.
I was trying to think when Ducktown have their meetings. I think it's on Tuesday, but I'm not sure the date.
I talked with Doug, and he said that, and I give him those dates too, Daniel, and he said that they could work with, so that way we could all be together and, you know, and hear this. And then what Alvin wants to do is if this commission body and the Ducktown does decide for him to move forward, he's been in talks with Mike Bell, Dan Howe, some of these other ones, just to see if he needs to continue to go further or if not. And then he says that he would like to even come up and set up in the next commission meeting on the east side of the county if this body feels for him to go forward, just so he can get his anticipation out to everybody. So will the Tuesday the 10th at 7 o'clock work? Courthouse in the big courtroom, so if anybody would like to attend.
At 7,
Yes, please.
Whatever happened with the equipment up there?
It's still there. We've been working on getting that RFP together. That was one of the first ways that Alvin and I came in contact. He was wanting to look to purchase the equipment. Like 3 other people or 4 that I've had to contact the office. A lot of people, though, they just want to cherry pick. So that is one of the reasons why I kind of held off, because he would like to talk to you all about taking it off. So he's big in mission and doing a lot of mission work, and so a lot of the equipment and things they were looking to send to a third world country. But that's something that I'll let him talk on his behalf to this commission.
okay, anybody else got anything?
One quick thing, if we could, have Robbie to call, well, it's the courthouse in the basement, the veterans office, when it's raining, the water's coming in under it, and I went by there several times when it was raining, around outside the courthouse, and what I've seen so far is there's 4 drain lines that come out of the retaining wall, you know, around the streets.
Right.
And I've never seen water coming out of them, no matter how hard it's raining. And
Not working.
what I've narrowed it down to is all that water coming off the courthouse is just settling in the dirt, and it's getting saturated with nowhere to go. And if we can get like Roto Rooter to come out and try to clean those lines out, they're 4 or 6 inch PVC, and there's one pointing toward the Tiger Mart, one toward the drugstore. And I wouldn't be surprised too, as much work's been done over the years, if some of them have been dug up and broke too. But we can start maybe trying to clean them out and see if that removes it. It just happens in the winter when the ground is saturated.
Right.
And there's lots of water that comes off that courthouse.
Yeah.
And not only is it not getting in the drains, because the retaining wall's got nowhere to go, just like a retaining wall in a lake, you know, holds the water back.
Yeah.
Well, that's our retaining wall's holding the water in, and it's basically, it's like sitting on a pond when it rains a lot. But I believe that'd be the cheapest, easiest fix. I think that'll take care of it. If we, you can call them, we'd be well under the bid, man, just get them cleaned out.
They'd be glad to come back. They've not got to go out to health department in 3 or 4 weeks. You know, they'd be glad to come back.
They miss Polk County.
Yeah, they miss Polk County.
Did you have any kind of update or anything you wanted about the show barn? Did you want?
Okay, yes, the show barn is in destruction mode, I guess you could say. The tin's off. Some of the tin was not able to be saved because it was driven through oak boards. I don't know if anybody really driven an old lead-headed sinker through an oak board. Some of that was into pine, it was able to come off pretty easy. They give you an update just a minute ago. I got a video on my phone, but the structure itself should all be down tomorrow. So they've gotten that far along. Metal building will be here and be going back up. Footers are thinking to be done next week. So they are moving right along on that. Also for people living over in the Lansdale area, that's talked about the world famous waterline people that we have over there. Their check is being held in my office. That is not signed by me. So I am holding that check up. And then also at the health department where the 2 road cuts were done by H&L Construction, I am holding their check until they get those 2 road cuts done. They say that paving and warm weather is what they're lacking as soon as they get that. But I will not release those funds until they take care of what they've done, so.
Okay, one quick, and I'll make this real quick, since the show barn, since we have brought that up tonight, I'd like to just bring up real quick, like, for everybody to kind of think about, and see if everybody's on board with it or not on board with it or whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, it's just a suggestion. Since we have had, we did have to take from the taxpayers to finish funding the show barn, so to speak. I mean, and it is, we have all decided that it is a county-owned building, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 4-H doesn't own it, FHA doesn't own it, Fair Association doesn't own it, county owns it. So what I would like to propose at some point in time, there'd be no rush whatsoever, and is for us maybe to open that up more for a venue for county citizens and whoever to have a cheap place to go to have birthdays, family reunion. I realize it won't be a winter event place, but if, April through October is several months, not to interfere with anything that FHA, 4-H, fire, no interference with anything of that nature whatsoever. But if we rented it out for $100 a venue and put it back into show barn fund or whatever, how that would need to be handled, I feel like that. It wouldn't be nothing but a winning situation.
If we can legally do that. We've got,
Okay.
there's something, just like in the garbage business, we can't sell a permit.
Yeah.
What do you know about that, John? There's something about a government can't compete with a private enterprise.
Well, I believe there's an agreement with the agricultural extension office that they manage it.
Well, and they might,
They've been doing just what you've said all along.
Yeah, but it's never been made publicly. People have never really, I know people have rented it on different occasions for birthday parties and Halloween parties and things, but it's never really been made for public knowledge that it can be done.
Well, they've had weddings out there and other things all along. So
Yeah, well, I'm just going on what a lot of people have said to me, that they did not know that you could rent it or have anything.
It will be more appropriate when this here
Right,
is built.
yeah,
And
exactly.
one of the questions is, where has the money been going? If it's been rented and all much, there should be a revenue.
They should have been,
showing up.
yeah.
Is it held by the Soil and Water Conservation? Have they got a fund that it's going into? Or is it going
Agricultural
into
extension.
or agricultural extension, because it's county building? So,
We'll do
is that part of the?
Of course, the agreement's been made a long time ago.
Right.
Per se, I don't know, but I know that they rented out like $50, and apparently it goes into the 4-H or one of their club organizations. I don't know that the county gets anything.
It should be going back into maintenance and upkeep.
Yeah, that's,
If it's county building, they're renting out a county building, then,
They,
should be a section that
yeah.
goes back to maintenance upkeep.
and it's never been rented an excessive amount, but a part of it is because also people don't know that you can.
Oh,
I'm just saying, I'm telling you, they don't know it. And once it's made and looks a lot more presentable, then I feel like that people, if it's put in the paper, if it's put online, and if, I don't want to add any more work to Greg's office without he just wanted to handle it. We could do 2 or 3 little so-called committee that could handle the dates and things, and then, or if Greg wanted to handle it. I don't know, and it doesn't matter. I just feel like that we need to get it out there, if we're not breaking any laws by it, that we just need to get it out there and offer it to the people, you know.
Well, now, at one time, I know some people thought that the Fair Association.
I know, they did, right, because Joyce used to get calls constantly about wanting to know if you could rent the show barn. And she said, you can't for me, you know, it's not me.
So it never was under them.
No. And then, of course, and, you know, like with anything, you know, you would want people to put down a deposit, because there's a lot of people that doesn't know the word clean up. So, you know, you've got to always have that in there too. So, you know, but anyway, you know, like I say, that's just something that's why we had 1 second. But anyway, if anybody wants to make a motion to adjourn,
So moved.
Second.
Sorry.
Robert.
Was that 2:20?